As a contractor, I don't pay for materials I don't use. So why would I pay for stuff I don't need in my mobile plan? That's why the new MyBiz plan from Verizon Business is so perfect. Now I can choose exactly what I want, and I only pay for what I need.
Right now, with MyBiz plan, get our best price, as low as $25 a line. Visit verizon.com/business to get started today. Price per month with 5+ lines. Includes autopay and paper-free billing and special intro offer discounts. Taxes, fees, economic adjustment charge, and terms apply. Offers end June 10th, 2025.
As a small business owner, my favorite thing about posting a job on LinkedIn is that when I hit post, I clock out and LinkedIn clocks in.
LinkedIn makes it easy to post your job for free, get qualified candidates, and manage them all in one place. Plus, LinkedIn extends the reach of your job post by allowing you to share it with your network. And hiring managers that add a hiring frame to their LinkedIn profiles receive 2 times more qualified applicants. Go to linkedin.com/achieve to post your job for free. Terms and conditions apply.
Hello, everyone, and thanks for tuning in to the latest edition of FranCoach's Franchising 101 podcast. I am Tim Parmeter, founder and CEO of FranCoach and your podcast host. Today, so sorry to disappoint, but it is just me, and I've got a bone to pick with every single one of you out there that ever in a derogatory term go, isn't franchising just buying a job? Every time somebody says that, we probably all have these phrases or things or whatever, but it's the old nails on a chalkboard. If you're under the age of probably, 40, Google what the hell a chalkboard is, or that sound of just, right? That's what it is. When I hear, is franchising just buying a job? Because the answer actually sometimes is yes, and sometimes no, but the most important thing in all of this, as always, folks, is you. So we're going to talk about, is this not, how it might be for you, how it might not be for you. That's next. First, a quick reminder of who we are. FranCoach is a national search firm dedicated working with you, people that are interested in owning a franchise. Number one goal, and I can never stress this enough, we are not here to sell you anything. We're here to educate you. We're going to get you properly educated on franchise ownership to determine if this is the path for you. It might not be, and that's okay, but at least you'll know. But maybe it is, and if so, we're going to help you find your absolute best franchise known. We're partnered with well over 600 of them in about 70 industries. Gives us a amazing range to make sure we're always truly focused on you. And there's never any fee for our service to do so. So that's us. Now, as we educate you on this, is franchising buying a job? So let's talk about that a little bit and kind of where the negative tone comes with this. Because sometimes for some people, what they're looking for in a franchise is really kind of probably what others might say, oh, yeah, I'm buying a job. Okay. Well, let's first talk about your current job. Do you love it? Like, are you just, oh my gosh, on Sunday night, I can't wait. I'm so excited to get to Monday morning and go through that commute and all the freaking traffic. And then there's Bob over here and Sally on that side of the office. Can't freaking stand them. They're going to go, hey, how was your weekend, Tim? Flashbacks. Sorry. So, do you love your job? And if you really absolutely love your job, you're probably not listening to a podcast about franchising. Can we all agree on that? Okay. So, but what if your job, quote job, if you really could actually create the absolute most ideal situation and job description for yourself? What do you really get up and go do every day? And you can make that, oh my gosh, these are the 5 things I am best at. These are the 5 things I love doing. Can't stand these 3 things over here. Oh man, if I could just have that, it would be great. Okay, we can do that. What about the people? Bob over here, and oh my gosh, Sally over there. Her name should be Karen. She's so annoying. Like, let's get you in control of the people, your staff, the customers, who you're talking to and what about in all of those situations, including out in the community. And then where do you need the most support and how do you want it delivered? We could create that. That now becomes your ideal, quote, job. But in reality, that's a franchise, because here's a little funny little fact of this is, guess who's control of that, quote, job when it's actually a franchise? You are in control of how well it goes. Ain't no blaming nobody else. There's no armchair quarterbacking or water cooler bitching. It's you, right? Not everybody wants that kind of pressure, right? Because it is pressure. It is on you. Yes, there's support, but we're creating that ideal job situation for you. Okay. Now it's on you, right? Make as much, make as little, work as much, work as little as you want. When you are all done, when your current job you're sitting in right now, probably in traffic, commuting to that wonderful location. And if all of a sudden, number one, the end of that job tenure was a really good possibility and it's not your decision. I'm sure you're the most amazing person at whatever your job is there, but at some point that job's going to end and is more than likely not going to be your choice. Okay. But let's just say it is. You leave and you go do the next thing. Do you get to sell that job to the next person? No, fool, you do not. You just walk. You've made whatever you've made, you walk. The business, that job that you might, quote, be buying, when you're all done with it, you get to sell that to the next person. And guess what? You're in control of how much you've made along the way. And the better you've built that business, the more you're going to cash out for at the end. Okay. So is it buying a job? Well, maybe, but that's a pretty damn good job compared to what you got, right? There are some people that we work with, and in every franchise, you will find some of the absolute happiest owners are probably in that thing you would look at and go, they just bought a job. It's just them. Maybe they got somebody else with them, 1, 2 people. They're not the top performers in that franchise. You're going to, here's a franchise with 100 units or 100 owners, and you rank them revenue top to bottom. There are going to be some people even in that bottom third that will be the absolute happiest owners in the system. How's that possible? They're in the bottom third revenue wise. Well, but that's in a ranking, right? If they're hitting their goals, maybe even exceeding their goals on the money they're making, the time they're spending, the happiness quotient. Can we put a price on happiness, by the way? Maybe they're not in that long commute that you're sitting in. Are you still there? Is traffic moving at all? How's that going? They're happy, right? That's what every franchisor wants, is happy franchise owners, right? So sometimes, and I probably can point to somebody in every single franchise that's going to fit in that lower third, lower half revenue wise, not built out their business like some of those top performers, but they're every bit, if not happier than the ones at the top. Okay. So understand that can be a thing. There are times that we'll work with people that talk about, hey, I want to grow. And then they get into it after about 18 months and like, nah, I'm good right here. Yes, I had aspirations of all these things. Maybe I'm just fine right where I am. I'm happy. My family's happy. I'm spending time with everybody. My only commutes to soccer practice, or hey, like my golf lessons are 2:00 on Wednesday. Sweet. Like, work on that slice, brother. You can do this. That type of control over this. Okay. But what if that buying the job is you're the derogatory? Buying a job, man. I don't want that. Okay. What do you want? We're still building out your ideal, wait for it, job description. What are you doing as an owner? What do we want that long-term growth to be like? What kind of staff and people do we want to be around? And so there are owners that are out there that own multiple units. Maybe it's 2. Well, that's still technically multiple. But there are owners that literally have hundreds of locations around the country, sometimes even in multiple brands. So they have still bought themselves a job, right? They have just worked harder, invested more into building a job that is overseeing an empire but one man's this, one man, like, so that owner, and it can be in the same system. Somebody is owner, one person, bottom third, super happy. Person up here towards the top has got 25 locations, 175 employees, right? Like all of these different things with more growth goals from there. they still get up and do a job every day, but they have controlled and dictated what it is. They've taken their time and effort and money and built into, in that case, a pretty nice little empire. At the end, whether it's massive or it's small, it's still yours. It still can be sold. It can still involve family at any point. You can pass it on to your kids if you want, right? All of those things are possible. So is franchising buying a job? Yeah, technically, right? But it is, you are the one creating what that job is, what you're doing every day, what you're not, how you surround yourself, staff, customers, the people, the core values of the business, where you need the most support, how you like it delivered, and by who, right? Then have at it. It's yours. You want to be lazy and not do anything? Okay. you have that right. Please don't own a franchise if that's truly your personality. But whatever point you want to grow it to, right? I want to be here, which if you're driving and not seeing this visually, then my hand gestures don't really do any good. But if you want to be here down towards the bottom, you want to be in that bottom third, but it's hitting your goals, time you're spending, money you're making, awesome. Congratulations, right? If you want to be like the top owner of all owners, go. Like, build it up. You can do it, but you still have to go back to the job. What are you doing every day? What are you not doing? How do you surround yourself, right? Those are the things that drive it. So yes, franchising is buying a job. You just get to dictate basically all aspects of it. And when you are all done doing your job, you get to sell it to the next person and cash out. So the next time you're about to go buying a job, like, get your nails off the chalkboard, right? And start thinking about, what job do I want? And all of those factors. And then get on the phone with us, because no matter how much somebody has thought through this, or even at times they've looked at some franchises, or sometimes they work with other people that do what we're doing that probably don't know what they're doing. You're still missing a lot of questions and some intangible pieces of this. That's what our team's going to kind of help you through. So we're here to help. Get you scheduled with a call, talk with our team, walk you through everything, get you properly educated, and maybe we can help you buy a job that's way better than the one you have for all of those reasons. So FranCoach.net is where you find us. Our new and improved YouTube channel, everything, podcast or TV show, everything is right there on the FranCoach YouTube channel. And in a very awkward manner, I'm going to do a little tiny bit of self-promotion. We have a new book that is called Becoming a Franchise Owner that just came out. You can find it wherever you buy your books, Amazon, Barnes & Noble, like Target, like saw it at a bookstore at the airport the other day. I was all excited. That I'm super kind of proud. Was always like a little goal of mine to write a book. So we've now been able to do that. Again, titled Becoming a Franchise Owner. So I can now literally say, like, I literally wrote the book on becoming a franchise owner. So there's your dad joke for the day, but check that out. And like, feel free to buy it, but at the least just go on there and give it a nice review. You really want a copy of seriously, on those off chance somebody hears this and messages me, the next 5 people that send me a message on FranCoach.net, I'll happily send you a free autographed book that'll be worth literally 7 cents one day. But you'll at least have it and be able to learn a little bit more about becoming a franchise owner. And then don't forget, every Friday, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific on BizTV. My wonderfully talented co-host and wife, Danielle Wright, and I have the Franchising 360 show. And you also catch all the back episodes on the YouTube channel as well. So give us a call. Let's help you buy a job, folks. Let's go. Get yourself out of that commute and help you create your better tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next week.